gonna want no rain. Tick, 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 that tree was solid.
Yeah.
It's not rotten, I thought it was rotten, but I looked at it, it was solid.
That's correct.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The North Ridgeville City Council meeting is now in session. Today is Monday, March 18th, 2024. Please rise for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Father, we ask you for your continued guidance to help us collectively make prudent decisions for the city of North Ridgeville and its residents. We thank you for the wonderful community in which we live and for the opportunity to represent it as our city council. We pray these things in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swink.
Here.
Schaefer.
Here.
Abens.
Here.
Winkle.
Here.
Awig.
Here.
DeVries.
Here.
Jacobs.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
Law Director. Engineer.
Here.
Finance Director.
Here.
Assistant Clerk Council.
Under the approval of minutes tonight, we have before us the City Council meeting minutes dated March 4th, 2024. Do I hear any changes or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, the minutes stand approved. Please note that council has also received the Civil Service Commission meeting minutes dated March 4th, 2024, as well as the Building and Lands Committee meeting minutes also dated March 4th, 2024. That'll bring us to our lobby session. In a moment, I will open our lobby session, which is an opportunity for the public to address both City Council as well as the City Administration regarding any matters pertaining to the general affairs of the city or the business of City Council. We do ask anybody wishing to speak from the podium and begin by stating your name and address for the record, at which time you will be allowed up to 3 minutes to speak. So at this time, the lobby session is open. Is there anybody in attendance this evening who wishes to address council or the administration? Sir. Again, if you could please start by stating your name and address for the record.
My name's Bill Eichler, live in 36485 Schaefer Drive. Been here 14 years. We have a new neighbor that moved in about a year and a half ago. Everything was fine. He had chickens, which wasn't a problem. We have 3/4 of an acre. There's our backyard butt up to the Tories' property. You got a rooster. And then you got another rooster. Okay? Pretty quiet street. Neighbor across the street, he gets a rooster. Chickens, I don't know, I've never been in his backyard. I guess he's got ducks, etc. That's neither here nor there. You know what roosters, what time they get up? They get up all times of day. And it's been nice, you know, our weather's been nice lately. But I've been outside doing this, doing that. They're calling back and forth. It's getting a little irritating. I mean, a barking dog, I understand. But I was told by one person, just call the police. Okay, I call the police and then they're quiet. What am I supposed to do? You know, it makes me look bad. Is there anything with a noise ordinance, other than a barking dog, etc., that can pertain to this? I mean, Schaefer Drive is, what, a little more than a quarter mile long? I think there's 2 families that have children. Other than that's a quiet street. Except for the roosters. Is there anything we can do? Is there anything that is done? That I was told for farm animals, to have a hoofed animal, you have to have at least 2 acres, and there's nothing else. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
If I can get your phone number after the meeting, we'll, be happy to get back with you.
Sure. 'Cause
Okay.
like I said, it's with this warm weather. Like I said, I've been outside, and like I said, roosters don't have a time when to get up. They get up whenever they want to, and throughout the whole day. I try to record it, and of course it's quiet. So that's what I'm saying. If I call the police, it's like, okay, it's a noise problem. They're not calling when the police come. So it's like, okay, and say something to the neighbor, they're kind of like, well, you know, we kind of like had them where we moved from. And the guy across the street, he just got one. So now, like I said, you hear him calling back and forth. It's a little irritating.
We do appreciate you being here. And like I said, I'll get your phone number and we'll get some more information. Is there anybody else in attendance this evening who wishes to address council or the administration? All right, seeing none, the lobby session is now closed. We will move on to administrative reports. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. President. The North Ridgeville Police Department is now officially at their new station on Ranger Way. There'll be a ribbon cutting and open house scheduled on Saturday, April 27th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., which will offer tours of the new station. Also effective today at City Hall, including police, fire, and public works, phone numbers changed with the implementation of a new phone system. Postcards were mailed out last week to alert residents of this change. You can visit the city's website at nridgeville.org to obtain a list of all new department numbers. City Hall's main number is 440-490-2042. Police non-emergency 440-490-2001. Fire non-emergency 440-490-2040. And Public Works, which includes streets, 440-490-2094. Tomorrow is primary election day. Polls are open from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. There are two important issues on the ballot that affect the city. The first is issue 7, a 2.25 mil renewal levy, which means no new taxes, that provide funds to operate the city's paramedic service. And in addition, the North Ridgeville Branch Library has a renewal of their own on the ballot, issue 8, a 1.91 mil renewal levy to provide operating revenues for their services. And since both are renewals, can't say it enough, that means no new additional taxes. On Thursday evening at 6 p.m. on the 21st, it is time for the State of North Ridgeville, which is a joint presentation made by the superintendent and I. That will be at the Academic Center. There's no RSVP necessary, and it is a free event open to the general public. So hope to see you there. On Saturday, March 23rd, that's this Saturday, the Rotary Club will be hosting their annual Easter egg hunt. Gates open at 12:30, and the Easter egg hunt starts at 1 p.m. The hunt is for ages 1 through 9. Bring your own basket to collect the eggs, and it is a free event. We are conducting a active transportation plan connectivity survey. You can go on our city's website to take that survey. This is an effort in conjunction with NOACA, which is the Northeast Ohio Area-wide Coordinating Agency, and this is to engage the public on gathering input for our citywide active transportation plan. And this plan builds upon recommendations from our recent master plan process in regards to connectivity and safety. And the goal is to develop an interconnected trail and sidewalk network that links residents and workers to local and regional assets. There will be a public meeting held on Monday, March 25th at 6:30 p.m. at LCCC's Ridge campus. It's this time of year that we go through the cemetery and clean up for spring, so we're asking for your help in clearing all plastic and artificial flowers and any other winter holiday weather decorations by Sunday, March 24th. And if they are not removed by then, our teams of people will go through the cemetery and dispose of them beginning Monday, March 25th. City Hall offices will be closed on Friday, March 29th in observance of Good Friday. And I'll make the motion at this point to go into executive session to discuss the purchase of property and also to discuss pending or imminent court action.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing the purchase of property and pending court action. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swink.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Avens.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Awig.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes,
7 into executive session.
thank you. All right, thank you, everybody, for your patience. At this time, I will make a motion to adjourn the executive session and return to our regular session this evening.
Second.
The motion was made by Jacobs and seconded by Swank to adjourn executive session and return to regular session. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swank.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Abens.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Awig.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
7 adjourned from executive session.
All right, we are now back in open session. Mr. Mayor, please continue with your report.
That concludes my report, Mr. President. Thank you.
All right, thank you. City Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Engineering has 4 ordinances before you today: traffic paint striping, catch basin rehabilitation, crack sealing, and the full-depth concrete pavement replacement. These are all projects we typically do annually. Engineering works closely with the Service Department's roadway foreman to determine the areas in most need of attention. Besides field observations, they also review complaint logs and the pavement condition report to assess the needs. As we develop the locations of the areas to be addressed, we will share those details on the North Ridgeville homepage. We also received good news from NOACA last week. We were awarded a $2 million grant towards the Sugar Ridge Road Rehabilitation Project. Good news. Also this Wednesday from approximately 8 to 5, the outside eastbound lane on Center Ridge Road will be closed to traffic as you approach State Route 83. You will not be able to make a right-hand turn onto 83 during those times. The city's contractor, Bajam, who is handling the assessment and corrective action to address the contaminated soil for the city-owned property at the southwest corner, will be drilling borings both in the pavement of Center Ridge and on the property as well. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Director of Finance.
Thank you, Council President. Before Council tonight is 2024-40, an ordinance amending annual appropriations, and 2024-41, a resolution authorizing the execution of then and now certificates. In advance of this meeting, I sent Council a memorandum detailing both pieces of legislation. I'd like to ask Council to consider adopting this legislation tonight with the emergency clause to provide the Finance Department the resources necessary to meet our financial responsibilities and ensure timely payment to our vendor. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Please note that the Director of Finance has also provided Council with the February 2024 financial reports, and Council is also in receipt of the February 2024 water distribution and EPA report, as well as the February 2024 building division report. We do have a Council Committee report to review this evening. Clerk, if you could please read the Building and Lands Committee report.
Building and Lands Committee report dated March 4th, 2024. The committee reviewed and considered 2024-26. The committee motioned to send 2024-2026 back to the City Council for consideration.
Mr. President, I move to accept this report. Second.
It was moved by Winkle and seconded by Awig to accept the Building and Lands Committee report. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
Yes. All opposed say no. Motion carries. There is no correspondence or old business on tonight's agenda. Under new business, however, the North Ridgeville Planning Commission took action on 2 items at its regular meetings of March 12th, 2024. Clerk, if you could please read the first item.
2024 Master Plan. Planning Commission action approved by a vote of 5-0.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Abens.
move to approve.
The motion was made by Abens and seconded by Swank to approve the Planning Commission's approval of the 2024 Master Plan. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. And clerk, please read the second Planning Commission item.
Ordinance number 2024-31, an ordinance amending section 1268.02 of the North Ridgeville Codified Ordinances to eliminate truck terminals from the list of conditional uses in the B-3 Highway Commercial District. Referred by Council to Planning Commission on March 4, 2024. Planning Commission action approved by a vote of 4-1.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Abens.
this will affect B3 zoning areas only, nothing else. And that's what the committee looked at, and so I move to approve.
Second.
The motion was made by Abens and seconded by Swank to approve the Planning Commission's approval of ordinance 2024-31. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
Yes. All opposed say no. Motion carries. Brings us to recess.
Mr. President, I move to dispense with recess.
Second?
It was moved by Winkle and seconded by Awig to dispense with recess. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Recess has been dispensed this evening. We'll move on to first readings. Up first is 2024-33.
2024-33, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of North Ridgeville, Ohio, to advertise for bids and negotiate contracts for a 12-month period according to law and in a manner prescribed by law for the purchase of a roadway materials to be used by the city of North Ridgeville, Ohio.
2024-34.
2024-34, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of North Ridgeville to advertise for bids and negotiate a contract according to law in a manner prescribed by law for the rental of equipment and related services for road repair and maintenance to be used by the service department.
2024-35.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the 2024 traffic paint stripping and other appurtenances not to exceed $180,000.
2024-36.
2024-36, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the 2024 catch basin rehabilitation project and other appurtenances not to exceed $150,000.
2024-37.
2024-37, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for the bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the 2024 crack seal project and other appurtenances not to exceed $150,000.
2024-38.
In 2024-38, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to advertise for bids and enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with the lowest and best bidder for the 2024 full-depth concrete pavement replacement project and other appurtenances not to exceed $900,000.
2024-39.
2024-39, a resolution adopting the Ridgeville Ready 2024 Master Plan.
2024-40.
2024-40, an ordinance amending ordinance number 6121-2023 of the city of North Ridgeville, Ohio, providing appropriations for the period commencing January 1, 2024 and ending December 31, 2024.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. DeVries.
motion to dispense with the second and third readings? Second?
The motion was made by DeVries and seconded by Awig to dispense with the second and third readings for 2024-40. Are there any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. DeVries.
motion to adopt? Second? Mr. President, motion to add the emergency clause for the reasons stated by the Director of Finance? Second?
The motion was made by DeVries and seconded by Awig to add the emergency clause to 2024-40 for the reasons stated earlier by the Director of Finance. On the emergency clause alone, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. It was then moved by DeVries and seconded by Awig to adopt 2024-40 with the emergency clause in place. Are there any comments or questions at this time? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swink? Yes. Schaefer?
Yes.
Abens?
Yes.
Winkle?
Yes.
Awig?
Yes.
DeVries?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
The motion carried unanimously and becomes 2024-40.
2024-41.
2024-41, a resolution authorizing the execution of debt and now certificates by the city fiscal officer and the payment of amounts due for various purchase orders.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. DeVries.
motion to dispense with the second and third readings? Second?
It was moved by DeVries and seconded by Awig to dispense with the second and third readings for 2024-41. Are there any comments or questions?
Council President?
Yes.
I wanted to add that these two invoices were appropriated and approved by council last year. There was an issue towards the end of the year where the department realized that the amount per ton of asphalt was misstated on the invoices, so the invoices were held. The company corrected that difference and issued the city a credit, and that took them a little time to get their books together, but I just wanted to be known that these dollars were already appropriated and approved as part of the paving process for last year, and that once we got the new invoices in place, because it changed fiscal years, that's what caused the then and now situation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification. Are there any additional comments or questions? So again, the motion was made by DeVries and seconded by Awig to dispense with the second and third readings for 2024-41. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. DeVries?
motion to adopt. Second. Mr. President, motion to add the emergency clause for the reasons just stated by the Director of Finance. Second.
Motion was made by DeVries and seconded by Awig to add the emergency clause to 2024-41 for the reasons stated by the Director of Finance. On the emergency clause, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. It was moved by DeVries and seconded by Awig to adopt 2024-41 with the emergency clause in place. Are there any comments or questions at this time? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swink. Yes. Schaefer.
Yes.
Abens.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Awig.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
The motion carried unanimously and becomes 2024-41.
2024-42.
2024-42, a resolution accepting grant funds from the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency for the 2024 water bottle refilling station grant, referred to as the 2024 WBRSG.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
move to dispense with the second and third readings.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to dispense with the second and third readings for 2024-42. Are there any comments or questions?
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
this happens from time to time, but in the interim between meetings, we wound up getting an email telling us that we received money from the EPA for this grant. They also have a time limit as to which to accept the grant. So it all happened relatively quickly, within a couple of days, and so I needed to secure that money by signing the paperwork. This is to approve the actions that we have taken and just authorizes the city to receive those funds. So it's a good thing. We'll be getting new water filling bottling stations over at the parks.
Always good to accept grant money.
It is.
Is there any additional, or are there any additional comments or questions? Again, it was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to dispense with the second and third readings for 2024-42. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no.
Mr. President, move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, move to add the emergency clause, so that way we may accept these grant funds in a timely manner.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to add the emergency clause to 2024-42 for the reasons just stated by the mayor. On the emergency clause alone, all in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to adopt 2024-42 with the emergency clause in place. Are there any comments at this time? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swink. Yes. Schaefer.
Yes.
Abens.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Awig.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
The motion carried unanimously and becomes 2024-42.
All right, under second readings tonight, we have 2024-31.
2024-31, an ordinance amending section 1268.02 of the North Ridgeville Codified Ordinances to eliminate truck terminals from the list of conditional uses in the B-3 Highway Commercial District.
2024-32.
2024-32, a resolution of the Council of the City of North Ridgeville, Ohio, approving and ratifying an application for tax abatement in Community Reinvestment Area Number 14, created by City of North Ridgeville, Resolution Numbers 768-94, and subsequent amendments thereto, for Roof US Incorporation.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
move to dispense with the third reading.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to dispense with a third reading for 2024-32. Are there any comments or questions?
Mr. President, we had been approached by this company a while ago, and we had negotiated the tax abatement that you see in front of you. They're bringing several jobs to the city that they currently have in Elyria that are sales jobs. They're also looking to construct space to start manufacturing the machines that they are selling. They're a German company, which is why they're spelled rough, but pronounced roof. So it seems like it'll be a good company to have in the city for quite some time. They're looking to locate over by Dayton Freight on Taylor Woods Industrial Parkway, and there's some benefits that both the city and the schools get out of this abatement. I think we covered those already.
At the last meeting, yeah. All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Are there any additional comments or questions? Again, the motion was made by the mayor and seconded by Swank to dispense with the third reading for 2024-32. All in favor say yes.
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 All opposed say no.
Mr. President,
carries.
move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, I will not be asking for the emergency clause.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to adopt 2024-32. At this time, are there any comments or questions?
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Abens?
I just wanted to note that I received no calls, contacts from my constituents pertaining to this, so apparently they have no problem with it. So I will be voting yes.
Any additional comments or questions? So again, it was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to adopt 2024-32. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swink.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Abens.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Awig.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
The motion carried unanimously and becomes 2024-32.
Under third readings, we have 2024-27.
2024-27, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Dunn Manning Realty LP for the purchase of real property in the amount of $250,000 plus closing costs.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mrs. Swank?
move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor?
move to add the emergency clause so that we may complete the negotiations for this property and secure it before anybody else purchases it out from underneath us. Sorry.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor and seconded by Swank to add the emergency clause to 2024-27 for the reasons just stated by the mayor. On the emergency clause, all in favor say yes.
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 All opposed say no. It was moved by Swank and seconded by Winkle to adopt 2024-27 with the emergency clause in place. Are there any comments or questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swink.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
Abens.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Awig.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
The motion carried unanimously and becomes 2024-27.
The next regular city council meeting will be held on Monday, April 1st, 2024 at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. A reminder again, please be sure to exercise your right to vote tomorrow in the primary election. Polls will be open from 6:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. With no further business before us, this meeting is adjourned.